time!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Alright. Julian, you wanna do it?
Do what?
Do our narration from the pilot episode.
Oh, but my enunciation, okay. The pilot episode for your very own series. Today, haters are real. We'll deal with a new threat that appear near a science lab.
So, the location is the warehouse of J.K.R.R. Tolkien's uncle.
Wow, so many books.
The war is deep from episode 1.
This was a good choice. That was me smiling.
Alright, here we go. He will have lots of editing to do later. J.K.R.R. Tolkien. Action. Noisy noises!
Okay.
I like all the, like, my favorite part about this game is, like, where all the baddies come from. They just come from random areas.
Literally from the ground.
Okay, 3 team acrobatics and all above 50 health. Let's go.
Swadster.
Press X for psychosis.
Cool. I'm into this.
What? No.
Controller.
The downfall of the controller. Oh, okay. So we have D-pad, and then we also have
Yeah, we do.
regular.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting hit. Oh, it should just be him.
We're getting hit.
No, those.
What?
Darrel.
Not.
You go.
We're the
Our
worst.
fans.
The fans.
Do it
Something
for the
devious
fans.
appears.
So if wait, did I say my favorite? Wait, did you say your favorite?
No, you go first.
I think my favorite Power Ranger series is honestly SPD. I know a lot of people don't like it. Wait, what?
SPD emergency?
SPD emergency. SPD emergency. Shifter and turbo.
I just did motion.
It's none of your business.
It's totally not. It's totally not the whip. Shifter and turbo. But I think like, cause I didn't mind the kid being there. But I feel like a lot of people didn't like that.
Wait, what?
SPD.
That was Turbo.
That was
You're thinking of
Turbo
Turbo.
has the kid. SPD
Yeah.
has the
dog.
Has the dog. My favorite Power Ranger of all
Ranger.
time.
SPD emergency! Shadow Ranger!
Because SPD, that was the one with the space cops, and I really like that idea of cops for space.
Yeah. That one has, like, usually the humor for a lot of like Power Rangers is usually super cringy, but then that one for me, I genuinely liked. Like, I always try to do like the buttery meme that came from that, but no one ever gets it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there was a meme, or not. It's not. This was before memes were memes.
Toast. You want some? It's buttery.
Buttery?
Buttery.
Okay. Also, by the way, I liked the series a lot. I haven't watched it in like
SPD or
SPD in like 15 years.
but there was just like one joke where the Green Ranger would always like eat toast,
Yeah.
and it was always super buttery, and whenever he did it, he would like, what's it called, like flutter his fingers in front of his mouth
Wait,
and say it's
what?
buttery. So then it's like, yeah, it's buttery, and then everyone's just like, what are you doing? Yeah, and then he's like, it's buttery, and everyone's like, oh, it's buttery? Yeah, it's buttery. And then it was just that for the entire episode.
That Green Ranger was super weird.
Yeah.
There was like, rewatching the series like 10 or so episodes in, he starts like trying to read people's minds.
Yeah.
And
That's
he's
awesome.
actually really good at it. And I
That's
think
cool.
that him like testing that out turned into later on us, the audience, finding out that all the Rangers have powers outside of their suit.
Yeah.
Which is something that only a few seasons really utilize.
And I feel like that's something that's really unique as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The dog, dude, the Shadow Rain.
thing I remember was the dog, and
The
he's the
Shadow
best. Oh,
Wait, what are you doing? You can go into psychosis right now.
I could.
You know, our favorite thing to do. No.
Okay, we'll go into psychosis.
Alien psychosis.
Let's get naughty!
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Oh.
Are those our colors too?
Those are our colors.
Yeah.
Incredible. We're getting naughty.
I really like it.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, actually. I guess for me,
Yeah, favorite Power Ranger series. Yes.
for the longest time, it was also in space. And then looking back on it,
In space.
I also really liked Zeo. But then, when it comes down to it, I think my favorite are actually Ninja Storm and or
Ninja Storm came out relatively recently, right?
You talking about Ninja Storm?
Yeah.
That's like 03, 04.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ninja Storm.
So it's technically old now, but it
It's,
is newer.
Actually before SPD.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, SPD was 2005, and then we've got Ninja Storm in 2003.
Wow.
But yeah, Ninja Storm and actually also Dino Thunder.
Dino Thunder is very, very good. I think that
Yeah.
might be one of my favorite opening episodes to any season that
Yeah.
I've personally seen. It's got a little like body horror element.
Really?
Yeah, Jason David Frank is like very mysterious from the beginning, and like it starting with him, you obviously immediately
Like just the fact that he's a main character in it. He's
back.
he's not just make a cameo for an episode or two. He is part of the main cast.
yeah. And
I
then
thought that
like
was pretty
he's like the sensei for a while, and then
That's cool.
almost as soon as you get tired of him in that role, they find a way to get him back into the action.
That's
As the,
cool.
What is it, the black?
Yeah,
Dino
he's
Ranger.
a Black Dino Ranger. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the reason why I liked Ninja Storm so much actually was like, I think it was the first time, if I remember right, where it started off with just the three Rangers. And it was like you could get a lot of character development with just the three. And all of a sudden there's two new ones that get introduced. But then they're not good guys. They're actually bad guys for like a good portion of it. And then there's like a really interesting dynamic between having Rangers be versus other Rangers. And I thought that was super cool.
And you don't see that a lot. It'd be nice to see like a battle royale something.
Yeah.
But I think that Power Rangers is too kid centric to do something like that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no,
think
I agree.
They did it in
But
Sentai.
I was about to
once,
say,
think,
they did
but-
Ryu Soldier and Pat Ranger.
Lupin Ranger versus Power Ranger.
Lupin Ranger versus Power Ranger,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
That's
That's
the
how it
thing.
is,
That's they're both two separate Power Ranger squads, right? And
Yeah.
And they come together. They fight each other in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the only reason why I'm like super interested in it is because like it's basically thieves versus cops.
Yep. That's exactly.
You know what I mean? And it's like I really like that idea of
Yeah.
Power Rangers being thieves.
Because like just aesthetically, like Power Rangers has always been like we're some type of authority, or we're like this other group that's trying to do good, like but then like almost vigilante-esque,
Yeah.
right? So it's always either or. But then in this one it's specifically they're both here, but then they're also actually against each other, and I thought that was super interesting.
Oh yeah. By the way, I think I dropped off of Power Rangers like. Oh wow. When was Zeo? What happened?
Zeo?
Can you-
Zeo
that was the
pretty
second
early
one.
on.
Can
It was
you
the
name
second one.
Can you name me the?
Cool. Let's do that.
In order.
So here's Lupin and Pat.
Yeah, that's not the one.
Totally not what I was.
That's not what I was thinking either. Which was the one we were thinking of? The one with the jackets?
Are you talking about the high white
Yeah,
collars?
the high collars.
Oh, was that like Super Ninjas?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
for Megaforce.
Mega Force. That's the
It's
one.
when they look like pirates, but then
Yes.
in the
Yes.
American one they're not, but then the Japanese one they're
They
totally
are.
spaced pirates.
Yes, that's.
I thought that was dope.
So
I like
they
that.
didn't look like that
Magnificent
in
Red, I
Power
think.
Rangers Megaforce, but the next like season of that was Super Megaforce,
Yeah.
and that was
And
when
that
they
was
wore
the
the
season.
pirate.
Yeah.
Yes. And these are great. The gold on the sides,
Yeah.
the white collar
Yeah.
pop is really nice.
I really do like those character designs. It looks good.
They're wearing the Intercontinental Championship belt.
Hey.
All of them.
The Yellow Ranger and the Pink Ranger. Holy moly.
Like the actresses in that season. I agree with that.
10 out of 10. Da, da.
So, in order, we've got Ultraman, 1924. No, I'm just kidding. Mighty Morphin, we did for 3 seasons. Then
Yes.
Zeo, Turbo, In Space,
You
Lost
forgot
Galaxy.
Alien.
Well, Alien is in
It's
the
part of Mighty Morphin, but then
yeah.
it's still part.
Yeah, it's part of it. It's in the 3rd season, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So,
Big
Mighty
ones.
Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, In Space, Lost Galaxy, which is the only one. That's the first one that I would consider like not
yeah, different
knocking it out of
generation.
the park.
Yeah.
Then Lightspeed Rescue's right after that, which is great.
I did not watch Lightspeed Rescue, so I
Lightspeed
think
Rescue
the last one I watched was
So
In Space.
the only thing I remember really about Lightspeed Rescue is the opening, but it's great.
Lightspeed Rescue was actually the first time, as far as I know, and I think it's the only time up to this point. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, or Darrell correct me if I'm wrong, that when they brought it to America, or yeah, they serialized it here, they made a new Ranger that was never in Japan, which was the Titanium Ranger.
No way.
Yeah,
he wasn't in the.
He was not in the Japanese version.
But he's so cool.
That's why.
Is that like
coolest.
is this like the only time that America has made something that
Yes.
was really good?
Yeah. Or what do you mean?
No, like where America added something in and it ended up being really, really good.
Well, they've never added a Ranger
Ever before, right? Okay.
That's what I'm saying. This is
The first.
either the first or the only ever so far.
Wow.
Yeah, as I'm going through these, I think it might be the only. You know, there are a few that I've dropped off from and that I haven't seen, but. So after that, we have Time Force, which for me is
Time
a
Force is
big
really
classic. That 2001, that definitely hit me at like. I was going through my angsty about to be teenage years, and then you got the Quantum Ranger being like, yeah, I've got all these powers, but I'm gonna do my own thing, and I was like, yeah,
My own.
your Morpher's a freaking dragon, dude. Yes. Wild Force is after that.
Wild Force.
Was Wild Force the one with just 3?
No,
No.
that was Ninja
It
Storm.
was the
Ninja
one
Storm.
where their Zords were real animals kept in the crystals.
Oh.
and then their base was like basically like Mount Olympus, but
yes,
as like a jungle.
Yes. I like
Yeah.
that. I really like that. Yeah.
That one was where I kind of dropped off a little bit, but then right after I think that is Ninja Storm, right? Right after Wild Force.
Yes.
That's when I went heavy back into it.
I mean, Wild Force, I don't know if we even gotta talk about this, but that's the one where the Red Ranger,
All the red, yeah.
Red Ranger murdered his roommate.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
That's Ricardo
Yes.
that's
Medina
right.
Jr.
That's right.
That was the
Yep.
one. Oh wow.
Speaking of Red Ranger, though, that was also what was it Red? What was the episode called? Red Forever or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one with all the Red Rangers.
All the Red
right?
Rangers. That was pretty dope.
Let's pause for Psychosis.
Let's get naughty.
Yeah.
Let's pause for Psychosis.
Let's pause for Psychosis real quick. Oh yeah, you're right.
Victory pose.
Heck yeah.
I love it whenever they do that type of thing where it's everyone's together.
And
You know,
like one
let's
of the
go.
nicer things too is that episode, as far as I know, wasn't filmed. Didn't take a lot of footage from Japan. It was actually like
A lot done in America.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Because I remember the like how Mighty Morphin started was that they just took all the fight scenes and they just inputted our stuff into their stuff. Right.
So you guys are not that familiar with Wild Force, is that what you're saying?
I barely remember it
To me,
because I just didn't like
gonna,
any
if you're gonna
characters.
go back and watch this, I think that it has a really good couple of villains called Jindrax and Toxica. They're really good, like comedic, but throughout the series they grow a lot. It's really good. And you want to talk about attractive actresses?